headliner here. So speaking of which, tell us about the process of becoming more vocal and more kind of outgoing, leadership-wise, and doing all that with your teammates.
Yeah, coming with the job, you got to step up and be that guy. And this summer and in the off season, I just kind of took it upon myself, just to lead these guys, because last year we didn't really have a solidified leader on the offense, and I came in this year, and that's just was my goal, just to get everyone united and on the same page.
How does that process work? How do you go about talking more in meetings and on the field and just little moments with teammates?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just being more vocal, and like seriously, if you're talking out here, the guys will listen, especially if you know what you're talking about. And I feel like I've been around this group of guys for a good amount of time, and we have a good understanding and a good connection between each other, so that obviously helps.
You told the Big Ten Network this was your favorite camp. What's made it that way? I'm assuming part of it's because you're kind of the guy, right? And that's probably a big part of it.
Yeah, definitely. And I'd just say with the new offense that Coach Benamy's brought in, it's a lot of fun for a quarterback, and you guys will be able to see that when we start playing some games and stuff. But it's a great time for me. I got a bunch of freedom, and I can really play the position how I want to.
Have the coaches done anything to bond with you guys since you're up in Woodland Hills, or how's that kind of work?
Yeah, we had a couple events. We went to Fogo de Chao a couple days ago. We went to see the new Deadpool movie. We went to BJ's restaurant. We've been hanging out in the hotel, just having a good time, just a bunch of bonding, getting together.
Who's your roommate? Do you have a roommate?
Yeah, I lived with Femi.
Okay.
Yeah. So Coach Foster wanted to do offense and defense together, so we could bond with those guys on the side of the ball.
So is Woodland Hills over? Are you guys back now?
Yes, we're back. Okay. Yeah.
Watching you on Saturday, looks like your comfort level has increased considerably in this offense. Where have you made the biggest strides in your understanding of what you need to do out there?
I would say, just from the mental side of, on every play, knowing where my starting point is, knowing about the protection, making sure that I'm going to be safe on that play. I think I've taken a huge jump from the spring in that, and then another thing is just like you said before, being a leader and leading those guys through the finish line.
Do you feel like this team was kind of like looking for a leader? Like you said, being vocal was just a matter of talking more, but what do you think makes them listen to you?
Obviously, it would be my position. That would be the number one thing. But what makes those guys listen to me is I feel like they've seen me play on the field. They've been with me at practice. They see how hard I've been working and how much this really means to me, because I know this is my last year, and a lot of those guys, it's their last year too. So I'm not going to go in there and just let those guys give half effort or anything like that, because it means too much to me for that to happen.
Watching Titus through spring and now a couple weeks of fall camp, how much did you guys miss him last year, and how much of an asset is it having him back?
Yeah, Titus is great. He's an explosive receiver who's a deep threat, and he can make all the cuts and get ins and outs of every different route. I mean, we had a chance last year to build up a little bit of a connection, so I'm excited for him to get back and get going full.
What would you say is your level of grasping the offense right now? I mean, are you fully comfortable with it?
Yeah, I'm fully comfortable with everything we got in. We're still putting some stuff in here and there, but I feel fully comfortable and ready to go play a game.
You said that when the enemy started, some guys couldn't even say the names of the plays. Were they technical plays, or just what did you mean by that?
They were just long and a little wordy. But
give me an example. Is there one you could just?
I don't think we'll talk about that later. Don't want to give anything out yet.
All right.
Is there any shorthand that you with like words you can obviously write things shorthand and things like that? Is there any way to simplify things as you're learning it?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. For me, my process was I'm a person who needs to write stuff down to learn it. So I have probably 7 or 8 notebooks full of just plays that I've just written down and just copying over and over again. But yeah, that's pretty much the tool that I use, but some guys are different.
Obviously, tight end's going to be a big part of this offense.
Oh, yeah.
What are you seeing out of Bryce, the addition of Bryce Pierre to that
Bryce
room?
has been great. He's been phenomenal in the run game, getting his nose dirty. That's big for us because our tight ends need to block and they need to be able to catch. But he's been awesome too in the pass game, getting out routes. He's fast. He's got some speed on him, which I like, and his hands are going good. Now we're just kind of building that chemistry and getting him comfortable in the offense.
with Josh at center now, is there like a significant difference working with Josh as your center versus Duke last year, and is that something you had to adjust to?
I mean, they're both great players, you know. But yeah, Josh has been great. Moving him to center's been awesome. He's a big guy with a big frame. It's nice to have that in front of me for sure. But yeah, Josh has done an awesome job. He's a really smart guy. Like that's a lot of things people don't credit him. He's a really smart guy. He understands fronts and pressures very well, and he's going to be a big asset for us for sure.
How confident are you in their ability to kind of keep you playing, you know, not taking too many hits?
I'm fully confident. You know, I have 100% trust in all those guys and in Coach Castillo, because I mean, I've seen all the work that they've put in and all the work that Coach Castillo has done with them throughout the whole offseason until now, and I'm sure it's visible to other people, but from the spring until now, you know, we just made a huge jump, I feel, offensively as a collective, and we're going in the right direction for sure.
Now that you don't have to, you know, worry so much about starting or competing for that starting spot, what's kind of pushing you this camp? What are you really focusing on advancing with yourself?
Yeah, what's really pushing me this camp is, you know, I didn't really get to play a full season last year, so like my number one goal is to play in all 12 games and more if we get to that. But I just want to be healthy for every game, and I just want to go out there and play football, give my all, and see where it takes me.
What have been your early impressions of the quarterbacks who weren't here in the spring and have kind of, you know, had to learn on the fly here?
Yeah, Henry, Mormar, Carson, and Nick, they've done a great job. It's not easy coming in and trying to learn this offense, and well, we've had 2.5 weeks or 2 weeks of camp like that, so a lot of credit to them. They're all working really hard, studying a lot. It just takes a little bit of time, and they'll get into it, but they're getting better every day.
Do you consider yourself a funny person?
Yeah, I can say
Because
that.
people seem to think you're funny, so.
I mean, yeah, I would say that, yeah. I can get a couple jokes here and there, but yeah. All good?
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.
All right, thank you,
Appreciate
guys.
it.